this slide, we are looking at part of our digestive system, and this slide will focus on simple columnar epithelium. So this slide is not in great shape, and I wanted to show you this slide because our slides are not always perfect, and along this edge we should see these beautiful, nice column-shaped cells, but this slide looks a bit in rough shape, and I want you to be able to focus on the good areas of that slide. So what we're looking for is the apical surface. So here we have lots and lots of tissue. All of the epithelial tissues are going to form the boundaries between our body and a cavity of some type. So this is going to form a boundary between our digestive cavity and the lining of our small intestine. So this is going to form the lining of our small intestine, and it will, the food stuffs would be up here on the apical side. And down here we see big bands of muscle tissue and connective tissue, and even maybe some fat down here. So what we want to do is find an area where we have a nice layer, a nice apical layer, and we want to focus on that. You could choose to focus here, but I'm going to come back and focus on this beautiful little circular structure over here. So if we move from 4x to the 10x objective, and focus our microscope, we're going to move this little circle of tissue into our field of view. So here we see a ring of epithelial tissue. We've got lots of basement membrane and connective tissue underneath, but this is the lumen or the open space right here. We can see that kind of rough fragmented edge on our imperfect slide. If we move from the 10x objective to the 40x objective, we lost it a little bit. Let's see if we can find that structure right here. We go. If we focus, we can see that we have cells. We have a layer of connective tissue here. So this would be the basal side. This would be the apical side. And again, in epithelial tissue, you want to look to the empty space to find the apical side. So here's the apical side. We have a single layer of cells. So one single layer of cells. In columnar epithelial tissue, the nucleus is always located towards the basal side of the cell. So these cells are big, tall, column-shaped cells. And the nucleus is a little more egg-shaped, and it's located closer to the basal side of this tissue. Again, here we have big, tall, column-shaped cells where the nucleus is closer to the basal side. If we look at our histology guide website, we'll click on this picture for simple columnar epithelium. It will take us to the histology guide website, and we have this beautiful layer of simple columnar epithelium. Let's look right here. Look at how beautiful and column-shaped these cells are. So here's the apical side. We always look toward the empty space. Look at these guys right here. Always look towards the empty space. Apical side, basal side. One single layer of connective tissue. And this is on the 40x objective lens. So when you're in the laboratory, you'll need to match that total magnification when you are studying this slide. So here we have beautiful column-shaped tissue. So this is simple columnar epithelium.